Just walking up a block, what did I see littered on this beautiful common? This is what we want to stop. This is what Yes on 2 will prevent. And to tell us more about that, I have the Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Governor Deval Patrick.
Thank you very much, Janet, and thanks everybody for coming out today. It's interesting that Janet said that today I'm making it official. I think filing a budget is official, and in every budget we have filed, I think, in the last 2 terms, we have asked the legislature to extend the bottle bill. And it was a sensible thing to do and a popular thing to do. A sensible thing to do because, as we all know, when the bottle bill was first enacted, what was popular then was soda pop. What has since become popular is bottled water, sports drinks, teas, and so forth. Natural extensions of the beverage industry's range of products, but that are exempt from a very sensible and effective measure that encourages recycling, encourages the elimination of litter, and it respects our environment. There's a reason why we have filed this measure year after year, because it needs to be updated. It's not a big reach, it's not a big intellectual leap, it's a natural extension of a provision that makes sense to the way we live our lives today. And it turns out it's popular. Poll after poll suggests that people get this idea, understand this idea, and are prepared to support it. But we haven't been able to move it in the legislature, and so now it's time for the people to speak directly. I have to tell a story that has something to do with my wanting to be a part of this ballot initiative. As some of you know, I think, I used to work in the beverage industry. That was a great job, and I worked for a great company. And I remember hearing some of the arguments from inside the industry against the bottle bill and understanding them from that perspective. You can imagine my surprise when, after we filed the bottle bill the first or second time, one of my former colleagues from the industry, not from the company I worked in, but from the industry, called me and he said, "Governor," he said, "why in the world are you doing this?" And I said, "Because it makes sense." And he says, "You realize you're going to lose." And I said, "Well, why do you say that?" He said, "Because we have more money than you do." I'm all done, and we all ought to be all done with money determining the outcome of public policy. This is about people taking responsibility for the stewardship of their own communities and their own environment. And it turns out to be practically sensible as well, because it saves cities and towns money. So I am hoping very, very much that all of those voices that have been expressed in all of those polls over all of those years in favor of this extension of the bottle bill talk to their friends and their neighbors and their co-workers and their colleagues and people who don't already agree with us, and get them to come out to the polls in November and vote yes on question 2. Thank you.